Hey guys, so I wanted to do a video for you today because by the time I post this, it's going to be Valentine's Day. And I know all you single ladies out there are going to be scrolling Facebook all sad and shit because you're going to see all these people posting flowers and whatever stuff that they got for today or Valentine's Day. So I just wanted to do two things to remind you. One, that Valentine's Day is not as special as it's made out to be. And two, because I know a lot of you guys are like, well, why aren't all my relationships working? Why is this all going wrong? So I wanted to kind of leave you with a few things to think of for getting into a new relationship. So about Valentine's Day not being special. So like today is like, to me, it's just like the oddest day. You are obligated to buy your spouse something. Otherwise, you're basically a jerk. So, like, I mean, if that's not love, that you have to buy me something, or else, I don't know what is. Two, all the people that are out there buying stuff for their spouses and buying chocolates, overpriced chocolates, we get to wait until the 15th and buy all of it for half price. So, like, I mean, if that's not a win, I don't know what is. So, future relationships. I know you're wondering, like, why is a single girl giving me relationship advice? And I feel like I'm just in a really good place because I've had a lot of shitty relationships. So I know what doesn't work and what should work to not get into those situations again or as frequently as maybe you have in the past. So how this kind of started was after my longer relationship. That was not a good relationship. I left it knowing everything that I didn't want in a person. And I made this list of everything I don't want in somebody. And, you know, I was already kind of on my, like, little self-help, personal development kick. So I knew that you're not supposed to focus on what you don't want. You're supposed to focus on what you do want. So I swapped my list around and I made this beautiful list of everything that I did want in a person that they had to be or have. I don't know. It was great. And I met someone and he was everything on this list. He was nice and kind and treated me like a queen and everything was great. And, you know, I should have been just happy with that. But I just had this feeling inside and I don't even really know how to describe it, but just something saying, you know, like if you just stay in this, you're not going to be happy and walk away. And so that's what I did. I walked away. And I was kind of stumped. I just, you know, carried on, met another person, and same thing. On paper, they're just, you know, everything followed the list accordingly. And I just had this feeling like, no, this is not right. Just walk away. And so I did. And I was kind of stumped after this because I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, all these people are everything that I've said that I wanted, and I'm still not happy. So, you know, whatever, time went on, and I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and he had said that we were talking about relationships, and he had said how he was reading some book about careers, and instead of your career being like your, the most important decision you make in your life, it had said the most important decision that you make in your life is your spouse, who you choose to spend your life with. And it's such a simple concept, but I was like light bulb moment. And I was like, it's so true, because if you're not happy in your relationship, everything is shitty. You wake up beside somebody that you don't want to wake up beside. You are happy to go to work because you don't want to spend your day with them, but then you're bitchy at work because they pissed you off in the morning, and then you have to go home to them, and you don't really want to. So, I mean, it makes sense, right? At least if you're happy there, you can kind of conquer everything else outside of that. So, you know, that kind of just got me thinking into like, okay, well, maybe, you know, the list, right, like, isn't what I want. The only person that I can see myself, like, spending a good deal of time with and not hating is my best friend. And so I was like, I need a man best friend. And, it just got me thinking, okay, well, what are a few things that are really important in a best friend? So the first one is that your best friend just loves you no matter what. They love you for who you are. You don't have to be anyone else or look like anyone. and they just embrace all your freaking weirdness and just roll with it. They just accept it. And that's, that's awesome, because eventually, like, especially on Facebook, you see people are different than they are in real life. And you need someone, if you're going to be with someone for a long time, you need someone that you can just be real with all the time. So that's number one. 2, jealousy. So I feel like, especially with, nowadays, people are just so jealous of each other. You can't talk to another person or of the opposite sex without it just like crushing your relationship. So I feel like with your best friend, like with my best friend, there could be like the coolest mom on the block moving next door to my best friend, and she might be friends with her, but I wouldn't be threatened that one day she was going to call me up and be like, you're cut. Sorry, I met a new best friend. That's it. It's not going to happen, because, that's your person. You can't fill that spot. Whereas someone who, isn't great, maybe you might want to fill that spot. So you need someone that's just above the rest. Number 3, I feel like guys and girls, you're just desperate these days. And the proof of that is just all these dating sites out there. Like, we're just so lonely that when we can't buy material stuff, we need to find it in someone to just fill that void for us. And, I feel like, you can't go out looking for love. You can go looking for relationships and have some good ones, bad ones, weird ones, whatever, but you can't go looking for love. Love just finds you when it's ready. Just like a best friend. A best friend you can't just say, today I'm going to go out and meet my best friend. No, he comes along when the time is right. Plus then you don't have to go on these weird ass dates and meet weird people and then try and end it and it'd be awkward. You don't have to deal with it. Perfect. Alright. So I feel like I made a list. Maybe that's not good because my other list didn't work out. I made a list of stuff that I want to talk to you. So I feel like rather than just wasting your time searching so bad for somebody, then just be yourself, do the things that you love, and you're going to attract the same kind of people, the people that love the same things you love, and the kind of weird people that are like you. You don't have to go out and, search endlessly, because it's sad. Okay, so I want to kind of just touch on one other thing here, because I know a lot of you girls have met, someone who was just, the list didn't matter anymore, and they're awesome, and you were super drawn to them and had a great connection, and it just still didn't work out. And it ended, and you're angry and sad and mad and wondering, well, if that didn't work out, nothing's, I'm never going to meet anybody ever again. And I get you, I understand. You've been there, where you've met someone and they're like, the cat's meow. I don't even know what that means. But that's what they are, and it didn't work out. And I think we all just have to, stop and realize that not everything's so black and white, and we're all just a bunch of people just trying to figure shit out. And sometimes, the timing's bad. We're, in a slump, whatever. And you can be angry at that person and hold it against them and be mad that it didn't work out. Or you can just be grateful that you had, those good times to share with them. I think a lot of people, especially on Facebook, you see people that are like, yeah, well, we've been together for 20 years. And yeah, you have, but you've been fucking miserable for 19 of them. So great. Yay. That's just not something to be proud of, not everything's meant to be this beautiful, long-lasting thing. Some people come into your life for your entire life, some for a few years, and some people you only get a few moments with. And I feel like you can either just, be mad that you don't have enough moments, or just be grateful that you had that opportunity with that person. So, okay, So that is my rant for this Valentine's. I hope this left you feeling all warm and fuzzy inside, and that you have a wonderful day, and that you don't get caught up in all of the fake lovey-dovey stuff on your feed. And you find something real that you don't need one day, but you can spend 365 days of it with someone really freaking cool. Happy Valentine's Day.